Hey, this is Peyton from C and Code. Welcome to part 2 of the guessing game tutorial. Almost done. So what we forgot to do was, what I forgot to do, I guess, was to make the action equal to a page called gen.php, the action of the form. To gen.php, we'll create that page in a minute, and that's where it will send them to if they submit the form. And then the method is going to be equal to post. Okay. So I think we're all done on the index page. So now we can create our gen.php file. Gen.php. So what we can do is make your HTML tags. We'll make the title guessing game results. We will need style tags in this too, just to center it out and all that good stuff. Alright, and then we'll make this div class called gen for generation or generator, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and now we get into the PHP part of this. We'll set rand equal to rand 1, 5, and that just means it's going to select a random integer between 1 and 5. We'll set guess equal to $_post guess. I just put the @ symbol before that to prevent errors, because sometimes running off my local host I get my MySQL errors when I don't put that there. And it still all works fine, it just displays an error for some reason, and I'm not really sure why, but I put the @ symbol there, and it doesn't, that just makes it not display any errors. And then we'll do $submit equals $_post submit. Okay, so now we'll do if is set submit. So basically we're saying if the submit button is pressed, we will do this. And but if it's not pressed and they're on the gen.php page, we're going to want them to not be on the gen.php page. So what we're going to do is header location index.php. That's going to redirect them to the index page. And it doesn't matter since we're redirecting them, but I always like to do it anyways, is just to exit the script after I redirect them places. So if the submit button is pressed, then we'll finish the rest of the code, but if it hasn't been pressed and they're on the gen.php page, we want to redirect them. So save that. Now see what happens if we go to gen.php. It redirects you back to index. Perfect. Okay. Next, I suppose we will say if guess So we'll say if their guess is equal to null. So if they haven't put anything in the guess field, we'll send them back to index.php also, and then exit the script. Else we can continue generating the number. So now if they press guess without entering anything in the field, it will send them back to the index page. Okay, so now we will do if $guess does not equal rand. So if their guess doesn't equal the random integer we created, we'll say your guess is incorrect. We'll actually add a line break there. The correct answer is space. We'll concatenate this variable, which and then we'll add a exclamation point at the end, and so basically that'll say the correct answer is, and then display the random integer we created by concatenating that variable. And then we'll add another break after the exclamation point and say href is equal to index.php, and then we'll say try again. Else, so if the guess was equal to the random integer, we'll say you guessed correctly, and then we'll add a line break there, and we'll say we'll send them back to index.php with this link again. We'll say play again. Okay, so if we go back here, say we enter in 1, your guess is incorrect. The correct answer is 4. Try again. Alright, but that's all in the top left, so what we're going to do is we will center it all. And no one's used the actual center tags, these, since fucking 1999. So if you're still doing that, you need to quit now. So, we'll do what we did last time. We'll say .gen, because that's what we named the class right there. .gen, position, absolute, left, 50%, top, 50%, transform, translate, negative 50%, and then negative 50%, because it's all one div. WebKit, transform, translate, negative 50%, negative 50%. Alright, So if we guess 1, you guess is incorrect. The correct answer is 3. Try again. 1, you guessed correctly. Play again. Okay, and that is your basic guessing game. That should be all for this tutorial. Thanks, and please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Bye.